Have you ever heard of a story that was so crazy you didn't believe it was true? Well, today is that day. You're gonna find out the unbelievable surgery that men do to their bodies that costs more than $250,000, and it's gonna blow your mind. To be taller.
That's a man version of a BBL.
What's that?
Yo, guys like big butts, so girls get big butts. Girls like tall guys, this guy get tall. That's a man BBL. That's he's got a man BBL.
Okay.
He could have. It's actually what he's doing there. Super painful, super long, but it's actually less life-threatening than a BBL. So I'm not saying go ahead and do it. I'm all there for it.
Is that true?
BBL is very dangerous.
Compared to this?
Yeah, because you're just breaking bones. There's no arteries real close. Anyways.
Have you researched this? Surgery?
No, but I know where the location of the put, but the thing is, they break bones. They break bones and they put, I mean, I'm not going to go say, go ahead and go do it. Go ahead and go do it. It's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be the one. But am I surprised by it? No. Of course it was about to happen. Like, BBL is extremely dangerous. But anyways, I digress. It's very invasive.
So if you don't know what this is, it's a surgery for men to get where they can be taller. How do you be taller? They break the legs and the bones in their legs, and they stretch them out over many, many painful months, and it makes them taller, and it's extremely crazy, and it's very dangerous, and it happens in Miami, and you can get it done for like $250,000.
To just do that to your body.
This is wild. I'm reading some of this stuff, and they're like, if you don't have a team with you the whole way, if that thing just comes apart, it can undo the whole thing.
Yeah, you have to have a team with you, because basically what they do is this. When you break your bones, and they put it together, your bone actually secretes a substance that's gonna jam it together, and you're gonna be able to redo itself, right? So what they do for you to grow is that they basically break your bone and put a gap, and break it again, and break a gap, and another gap, and another gap. So the bone always secretes that substance until there's that gap between them, right? Which is going to be solidified. Basically, you're breaking something and you weld it with a big ass weld. That's what they're doing with your bones, okay? So if you don't have a team with you with a brace, it's not a line, you could have problems with
you can't even run again.
Huh?
Can't even run.
No, because you know how...
Yo,
whenever you weld something, people try not to weld things. Like welders and stuff like that, metal workers, they try not to weld things. If they can bend the metal and have something to solidify it, that's good. But like break a straight line and weld it together, that's never a good spot. It's a weak joint. It's a weak place. That's a point of failure there. It's gonna fail there because it's not it's not one single thing. You just put two things together, all right? It's never gonna be as strong. Never gonna be as strong. So it's exactly like welding. So yeah, running put a lot of stress on your body. Running fast, the faster you go, the bigger, the more stress it does to your body. You know how I know? I used to run tracks. Okay? That's what I used to do for a living. I wanted to go to the Olympics, but life decided another way. And it's a lot of stress on your body and your joint and your bone. Most people that I know that run tracks, they have knee problems. Most people that run tracks have problems with their hips, and it's a lot of stress. So when you're gonna break the bone and put it back together without it, it's normal. Yeah, it's gonna be something different. It's gonna be something more fragile. It's like whenever you see those MMA things where the guy kicks and the thing snaps off. Yeah. First and foremost, if you think that person's gonna be back operational with kale.
With kale?
Kale, just eating kale and natural stuff.
Yeah.
No. With the money in line, they use other things, okay?
This dude's funny. He actually said kale. Nah, man, it's not kale. They manifest it. Positive energy. They manifest it to get back in shape after they break bones. Come on. What you mean, man? Kale.
Just if you don't understand what I'm talking about, watch Captain America. Anyways.
All natural. All patriotism.
Actually, it's all natural in the period that they train.
Let's go.
Out of that, whatever happens, but that's besides the point. Okay? It's never gonna be the same. Your foot, your leg is never gonna be the same. Whether it's done by professional or by accident. You snap it off, it goes back together, your leg is not the same. You got a trans leg now.
That's crazy. I did not know this kind of surgery really existed.
And it's been there for a long time.
Yeah, but apparently, like, most doctors don't want to do it for cosmetic reasons.
Of course, because it's super dangerous. It's long. It's not super dangerous. It's long. What's dangerous is not the fact that the procedure itself. It's your afterlife.
Yeah.
It's your life after the procedure itself. It's not that this is dangerous.
I mean the recovery. You mean the recovery?
The recovery is
you might
whack.
have nerve damage. It might not.
The recovery is whack. So it's not as damaged. Like it's not as dangerous in terms of life threatening and the mortality.
The complications.
The more. Not necessarily.
I think like BBLs would probably have less complications.
Yes. Yeah. But
more death.
I wouldn't say so. Of course, for just cosmetic reasons, it's a lot to go through for just a couple of inches. It's not like you're gonna grow a foot.
I mean, growing 5 inches is a lot.
Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if it was 2 inches, I'm like, you guys are retarded. 5 inches is a lot. I can't even be mad at them completely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go from 5'10" to.
But the worst part is like the dude is a good-looking guy.
Doesn't matter.
And he went from, let me actually, I'm so curious. From 5'5" to 6 foot. Welcome to the master race. Your application is still under consideration because we need to see if your leg's gonna stick.
This Negro said the master race. It's the Handsome Gentleman Club. Welcome to Handsome. We've been eagerly awaiting you. Welcome to all the perks and benefits of Handsome Man Club. Being 6 feet tall. I mean, it's so weird. It's like 6 feet is such a strange number, isn't it too? Because like it's 1 foot is a dozen inches, like 12. That's a random thing. It's really random. Like I'm sure back in the day they didn't count with inches of dozens of 12 to make 6. Like 6 of them. Like nobody even knows you're 5'11". Nobody knows the difference.
But welcome to the master race.
I mean, we don't know if the leg gonna stick. We don't even know if the stick can run.
I don't know. It looks weird to look at. Let's keep watching.
Wow.
I don't know that.
It's not even only that. It's when he gets old. How is it gonna be? You know what I mean? You're gonna be a tall ass motherfucker that can't walk. Congratulations.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bambi.
Is it shocking? Kind of. Because it's just like, I knew this future was coming. I just didn't know what it would look like. That's all. I'm not shocked by what's happening. I'm just shocked at seeing it. Does that make sense? It's like, you might know a punch is coming, but once that thing's swinging for your face, your eyes are still gonna open up like, oh shit. That's what this is like for me. But this is the world that we created. I mean, once we started with the Botox and all this other stuff, and then the titties, then the boobs, and the butt, abs. I mean, this is just an extension of what we've already normalized. And this is just the beginning of this shit. You're gonna get wider shoulders. I'm telling you, man, that cyberpunk future sounds fucking lit. I'm not gonna lie. If I get a chance to get bionic legs, I'm doing that. I'm not gonna get what this guy got because this is how I feel. When the surgery comes out, I'm like, bro, I ain't touching that shit for the first 10, 15 years. It's just like if you want to give me a cybernetic eye, I'm down. But I need to see 3,000 motherfuckers have it for a few years before I even consider. It's like the first
Yeah, I feel the same way about that Elon Musk Neuralink. I don't want version 1.0. Although, if you have version 1.0, you're going to have like the gains in front of everybody else. You're going to be Superman for about 6 months. So maybe 1.0 ain't a bad thing.
Or that robot eye.
It's like the first phone. Never get the first chance. Let them clear out the bugs.
Nothing tells me you don't care about yourself like just being one of the first people in line for new surgery. Like, I get it, you insecure, but you just don't give a shit.
Motherfuckers insecure now. They need to have it now.
Yeah, wait till you fucking all like, Stephen Hawking, right? And then you're going to be really insecure. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be the number one person. Let other people sacrifice themselves so I can thank them for their service and then get the good result.
When you're going to be dead?
But hey, man, this is a wild surgery that they're now.
Yeah, well.
Wild stuff, man. In the last 20 years, the way the world has changed is so crazy.
Whoever had the first BBL, whoever you may be out there, thank you for your service.
Like, I can honestly say up until I was like, until 2000, I really felt like things were chilling. The internet got introduced in the late 90s. I remember when the internet started getting popular in the late 90s, you definitely felt like there was a change, but the internet was such an infant stage. Now, you got AI going crazy. You got people lengthening their bodies through breaking their bones. You got women taking fat out of their stomach and injecting their ass, which gives them abs and a booty that don't make no sense. They can't sit on it for a while, but that's okay, because now everybody want to grab their booty. And you got girls injecting things into it and then putting silicone plastic and then coming to find out it's cancerous, so they just replace it with another. It's crazy. Shit is crazy.
Shit is crazy.
Like, bro, imagine in 10 years.
That shit crazy.
You could probably permanently change your eyes.
I'm good.
What am I talking about? We can do that right now.
Yeah, they put something over. They cut it open. They put something on top of it.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy, bro.
It is.
Life is mad. It's crazy how things have changed. But anyways,
Cut it open. They put.
I just wanted to play this for y'all just to see what you guys think. What do you guys feel this says about the future? Are you guys excited or not? Do you guys want a cyberpunk future?
I'm not excited.
You don't want to do cyberpunk?
No, I'm good. But it's not like I'm gonna have a choice.
Okay, hypothetical. What if they give you like a piss in action dick?
Oh, what?
Like, it amplifies pleasure for you and your girl.
No, I'm good.
It's like titanium, like, floppy dick.
I'm good. I'm good.
It is, but the more you go like activate, it goes, and then you, like piston action, like this. Pause.
I'm not even gonna dignify that shit with an
boys.
answer.
Come on, bro.
I know.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Okay, all right.
What are you talking about?
Piston action.
This motherfucker even asked me, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Let us know, hey, yo. Hey, let us know what you guys think of the
What the fuck?
All right, so it was time for story time. I actually had a buddy of mine who went through this operation, and I was talking to him about why did he do it. He didn't tell me in advance, but he told me after he was going through it, right? I'm like, why did you do it? He's like, well, sometimes I'm discriminated on my height. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm happy with my height. I love myself. I love everything about myself. I'm successful in all kinds of areas of my life. I'm a hard worker, dedicated, smart person. I changed my life, but I'm still discriminated on this thing that I can't change. He goes, I talk to somebody and they look down at me. They don't respect me, until they find out who I am. And I was like, okay, I get it. So to illustrate this kind of like in a more personal sense, one time me and him were hanging out and, we rented a place, we were traveling, and I found a pair of pants that were in the house. And I was like, hey man, I think one of your girls left her pants in the house. He's like, those weren't a girl's pants. Those were mine. I was like, oh, my bad. He's like, there you go. You see, that's exactly it. You see the clothes and you think it's a woman's clothes, but actually it's mine. It's not a woman's clothes. And I just deal with that in little degrees all the time. For example, he goes online dating. What's there an option for? Height. There's an option for height. 5'5", 5'6", 5'7". And some people set the minimum, the bare minimum at 6 feet tall. And what is even a foot? 12 inches? That's a random number. 12 or something? Like, that's not a real mathematical thing in life and nature. But people set it at 6 feet. And he can't do anything about that because he wasn't 6 feet. And they've been selling this great guy based on the arbitrary number of 6 times 12, like whatever that is. And it's very unfair to be discriminated on your height. But you know what people can do? They can discriminate you on that, but you can't discriminate them on their weight. Oh, no. Oh, here comes hell and high water if you choose to do that to somebody. You will be mocked, ridiculed, and embarrassed publicly by the politically correct police if you discriminate somebody based on their weight. But they can discriminate you on your height, and that's fine. And the height is the thing you can't change. However, your weight or their weight is a reflection of their diet, their lifestyle. Maybe I want somebody that works out like me, somebody that has the same lifestyle as me, somebody who can do things that I can do, somebody who's not going to be hit with diabetes, which is attached to weight, or heart failure later on in life, being able to play our kids together. Maybe that's what I want. But I can't say that online, right? Can I? I can't. So this is what he was dealing with in his life. And I understand. You might feel this way too. You might say, looks matter, money matters, and height matters. And this is why I want to make this video, because I want to talk to you personally about this. If you feel like height is something that is that important, make sure you've maxed out your social skills first. Make sure you've gotten to the ability where you can talk to anybody that you want to anytime, get a conversation going, maybe leave with and hang out later on, get a group of people together, do all that stuff effortlessly, freely. Make sure you invest in your charisma and your charm and all this stuff first. And once you've done that, then you could say, well, the height thing is still a concern for other people, not for me, but for other people. Then go ahead and do it at that point. I mean, no one's here to tell you no. No one's here to stop you. But did you really dial in every single other area you could? Did you really dial in the details and every little other knob you can tweak? Did you do that? Did you really? Because I bet most people have it. I would argue that most people have it, and they're looking for the faster way out. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy. He called me up sometimes, my buddy. He'd be like, man, I don't know if I can get through this. Like I'm in the middle of this and I wish I didn't do it. Of course, I'm going to follow through with it because I'm a guy that finishes through things, but he wished he didn't do it. He wished he didn't do it at that moment, but later on, he did. And did it change his life? Most people didn't notice. No one even noticed. He's walking around 5 inches taller, but we didn't tell people, but no one noticed. They just kind of acted differently towards him. Very minute level different, but not very much. Anyways, that's my story about this. And if you're somebody who's really serious about getting your social skills dialed in, come work with me on a boot camp program, live in the field, train with me, a professional who's been doing this for 15 years as a student and coaching is for 7. 20,000 people face to face and millions around the globe. I'm coming to Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, Austin, Texas, and LA. Now, let me tell you something. We don't want to be doing this much longer. I'm only doing this because of demand. I used to do 30 programs a year, 30 boot camps. Now I'm only doing like 5 this year, right? So it shows you that it's not ongoing. And I can help you with that. Get the ability to talk forever, never run out of things to say, express yourself, be charming, attract people, have boundaries, have standards, deal with entitledness, learn to have conversations, text better, make meetups, run social events, all that. So there's a link in the description. Go hit that link. Bootcamp, conversation mentoring, everything down there is in the description and the comment section. All right. And leave a message. Let me know what you thought of this video, if you can relate, and what your thoughts are about height, what your thoughts are about just being, seeing this happen in the world today. And if you want to know more about your life as a man, well, I got a playlist up here about the laws and rules of being a type of dude, and another playlist up here that'll help you out in the similar area as well. That's it for now. And as always, may the light forever be with you. Cheers.